Black women were raised by single mothers, absentee fathers, fathers that are either incarcerated, dead, or just gone.
Talk about it.
That their mama said, you don't need no, you don't need no man. You can do it by yourself. So that energy
Woo, this is giving me
comes in.
chills.
That energy comes into the home. They're not. "Nigga, what you talking about? Unless you giving me this, doing that. There's no respect of the man, the black man, in that by a black woman."
Hey guys, welcome back to Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shoddy. The actor Columbus Short recently went viral for his statements regarding the differences when dating black women versus non-black women. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch the clip yet, it basically boils down to the lack of respect that he sees or some black men might see when they're dating black women. So I want to share the clip with you guys, and you guys let me know if he was out of pocket and if the apology video was warranted, because I feel like this is a rhetoric that we've heard time and time again from both sides. So without further ado, let's check out what Columbus Short had to say.
Or black women were raised by single mothers, absentee fathers, fathers that are either incarcerated, dead, or just gone.
Talk about it.
That their mama said, you don't need no, you don't need no man. You can do it by yourself. So that energy
Woo, this is giving me
comes in.
chills.
That energy comes into the home. They're not. "Nigga, what you talking about? Unless you giving me this, doing that. There's no respect of the man, the black man, in that by black women. And I'm not. Black women, do not be mad at me.
They're gonna be
Because
mad.
I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm saying
They're gonna be mad.
there's a majority of you guys that were that was raised without a father,
Now-
so you have no respect for that. So what's the difference?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me say this really quick because I know my fan base and I know these people,
Ooh, I'm
and they're gonna drag.
This morning, I woke up to a lot of comments about a podcast I did last Friday, and I realized that I seriously offended my black women in a way that was not intended. I think that clip was taken out of context. I know that was clickbait because the full answer to the question, which was, why are black men dating outside of their race, marrying outside of their race? And my answer was lengthy, but that clip was sizzling, I guess, and should have been smarter in not falling into those traps. But the real answer was I was talking about the new generation and social media and the entitlement and how, being raised by a single black woman, as millions of us others were and have been, the absentee father, the absence of a father in a home, forced black moms to teach young women and their young men, be independent. You don't need a man. Do it, you could do it on your own, which then, as us being grown now, black men only knowing how to provide and protect, and when that's removed, kind of finding our space and what that means for us, it was deeper than that answer. And I am truly sorry if that offended anybody. I wish it was taken in context, but my opinion is not always necessary. Asian, Korean, Japanese, that other side is where, culturally, those women were not, those women were taught to hold down. But it's more than subservience. It's don't get it twisted. I know you know how to cuss cuss a man out thoroughly, but as soon as you cussing him out, you still making dinner, you still washing his clothes, you still cleaning the house, and you're not doing that with, this is my job. That's just what you were trained to do. And I think that kind of training, how you want to ride in a Bugatti, how you want to go on a yacht, but you don't know how to wash your own clothes. You don't know how to vacuum. You don't know how to put you don't know how to, Rami, you want, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Hey, who gonna put the money on your books? I'll put the money on. No, you can go to jail. Take your black ass to jail. Motherfucker, you. So have some, it's a different energy. It's not like maybe, thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your honest, constructive criticism. And, we can get it better. Or cook it for yourself.
Yeah.
You want a cup of noodle? You want some ramen?
So just to clarify, Columbus Short is not talking about every single black woman. Similarly to the conversation yesterday where the single dad is unwilling to date single moms, he clarified throughout the conversation that he was speaking to a specific archetype, and that is of a modern single mother, not the traditional one. The modern ones are the one that view relationships, marriages, and dating dynamics completely different. So again, that's where you are at ends, and that's why we're seeing this lack of respect on both sides. But anyways, getting back to this video, I'm not a man, so I don't date women, so I don't know the true differences. But if this is his experience and this is the experience that we've seen shared by so many average men, why is he getting this heat? I also don't understand why he would get the heat, because there are plenty of women going on TikTok sharing their thoughts and their feelings as to why they're not dating black men, and no one even asks them.
I'm fully aware that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money. Like, I don't know what to do from this point on, but I can tell you one thing. My interest in dating another black man is like 1% at this point. They want us to be ride or dies until they get their shit together, and then they don't want to support us in return. They don't want to commit to us. They don't want to marry us, but then they want all the benefits of being a husband without actually proposing to us. I need someone who's intentional in every single aspect. Fully aware that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this.
So she's saying she's fully aware that she's going to get hate. Let's check out the comment section and see if she actually does receive any hate. And I'm not sure if I missed something, because I don't see any hate in the comment section. But to be very honest with you guys, I don't think that there should be any hate. I think that they should both be able to express themselves and share their perspective and their preferences and any type of criticism that they have, because it's their TikTok and their podcasts. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just think it's very double standard, hypocritical. I don't know what type of term you want to put on it, because again, the energy that we're seeing in the comment section when you're saying, hey, I don't want to date black men, I'm tired of dating black men, it's yes, go girl, me too, they're so broke. Like, you know what I mean? But whenever you hear criticism of people who might look like you, but it's not for you, like if you're not that combative or aggressive or masculine black woman, don't take offense to what Columbus Short is saying. Just don't. Because again, like I said, I feel like this conversation has been had over the last few decades. Like, this conversation is nothing new. So I want to share a clip from the Wrap Up podcast where they actually had Dr. Umar Johnson on, where he was just explaining a little bit more about the masculine nature of black women.
You know, the value of what a woman brings and the value of what a man brings in a relationship. And now there's a lot more rhetoric from our women that we hear is, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, right? So,
that's pain speaking, though.
Right.
Because most black women know they will never get a man. A black woman can have sex whenever she wants.
Right.
Because she's beautiful. She can have a bed mate, but to have a soul mate, she may never get. I have two daughters, 11 and 20. Right? My oldest will be 21 this week. Statistically, right? There's a strong chance my daughter could be one of those. I hope she's not. She could be one of those who never get a husband, because only 1 out of 4 gets a husband. You see that? So when a black woman says, I don't need a man, that is a reaction to the reality that I may not get a man.
So why not preach? Because I understood, you know, you're obviously against interracial relations when it comes to black men with black women. I mean, with white women.
With all women. You should only be with the black woman.
And you will say, well, if you can't find a good woman in America, there's
somewhere
plenty
else.
in Africa.
Absolutely.
So why not teach that same rhetoric to our women? Like, if you,
I do.
If you feel
I
like
tell sisters all the time, go to Africa.
So
I know sisters who marry. I just spoke with a sister. She invited me to the wedding. She just married a brother from the continent.
So, but instead of saying they will never get married,
I'll take sisters to Africa who married brothers they met in Africa.
Right.
So yeah,
I think there's plenty. I think there's obviously plenty of black men
yes,
and black
it is.
women. So
and what I also
saying
tell
that
black women, if
married,
you're going to go get you an African man from the continent,
right,
you're going to have to understand that the way in which you talk to black men in America not be tolerated over there.
Why the fuck is it tolerated? It's not tolerated here. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Well,
so after the long well, he actually will go on to say that he expects different from Black men in America, because once again, Black men in America should be held accountable for the way that Black women are currently in America. Black men are responsible for the masculinization of Black women. You guys can go check out the full podcast. I'm going to link the video in the description box down below because it does get pretty heated. The last clip I'm going to be sharing with you guys is going to be from Sister Shahrazad Ali, and she's been speaking on the male and female dynamics and what is wrong within Black communities for the last several decades. However, the message didn't resonate then, so hopefully I'm going to reshare it. You guys can see that she is essentially saying very similar things to Columbus Short, but I mean, it didn't land with that tone and delivery. It definitely isn't going to land the way that Columbus said it, right? But let's check out what she had to say.
We're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down, instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling Black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the Black female emotionalism. They're doubtful, they're indecisive, they can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grow up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Please do let me know what are your thoughts and perspective on what Columbus Short had to say. Was there some truth in his statement? I've enjoyed this conversation. I hope you guys did too, and I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.